Alright, why are you anxious? You be grateful, bro. So today I woke up and I wasn't the happiest. I was like anxious, having like anxious thoughts, thinking about like like, what are you doing? You know, for the whole day I haven't been training, so I was like thinking of like I should go to the gym train and I didn't, and I was just inside like playing Clash Royale on my phone, just but then like I went just now I went for a walk, and just being outside, bro, the air, being outside, and that's just so great to be outside, and you know you get the feeling of like calmness, I guess you can say. So I was outside, and then I was still like a little bit anxious, but then I saw like two of my friends coming from, like I was walking by the road, like, and then two of my friends in a car like goes past me, and I'm like, oh, William. So that was really funny, and I started like laughing after after I saw them, and I waved back, and then I was thinking like I'm I'm just so grateful for those friends, because they just made my day so much like happier, or just better, because I was like my mood like switched like this fast. So then after that I went and did some like pull-ups and things like sit-ups on the outside gym. And bro, when I was there, I was started to like count my like blessings, or like things to be grateful for. And of course, those friends, the gym outside I was training at, and being able to walk outside, like go for walks, and the air not being like so bad or like air polluted. It's here in Sweden we have like really nice air, so we have good air, so it's not like dangerous to be outside. So I'm really grateful for that. And yeah, there's I literally started to count like the things I was grateful for. So yeah, bro, you just have to do that to be more like happier, I guess you can say. So what I can recommend for you, or add for myself too, is that like you're maybe not going to be as lucky all the time to meet like friends when you're on a walk. That's just really maybe unlikely to happen all the time. Or maybe that depends on where you live and how many friends you have close by. But so to make it like easier to be grateful, then I would recommend to do like gratitude journaling, which is where you write I am grateful for, like in a notebook with a pen, of course, that I'm grateful for. But then you say like your family, that you maybe have like good like air in your, like the air is not like dangerous to breathe, or it's just good. So like you just write things like notes, like I'm grateful for the air in my country, because then I don't get sick of it, like sick of the air. And then you could write like 2 like rows down, like I'm grateful for my bed, because I sleep there every night, and I get really like good sleep and rest from that in order to recover. So you're grateful for your bed. And then you say like, and I know all you people like watching, you say, oh, I don't have, maybe you want, maybe watching and say, I don't have anything to be grateful for. But brother, listener, you're literally watching on a phone, computer, iPad, TV, I don't know, but you have something like technical thing, like a device that you are watching this video on. So bro, you should be grateful for that too. And the fact still like you're watching this video, and if you're watching this far, then you probably understand English too, and English is a really good, like good language to understand. So, you know, that's like also a blessing to understand English, because like most countries in the world speak English. So that's something to be grateful for. And of course, you woke up today. That's something to be grateful for. You see, I can keep going. I can do this video for like 1 hour at least to say things that I'm grateful for. Just look around you, bro. Like this room that I have, I'm grateful for that. The home that I live in, the food that I ate today, the clothes that I have, the camera that I'm, or like the phone that I'm recording on, the microphone I have. You know, I can keep making this list, and I want you to make this list too, so you also can feel grateful. And you know, this like kind of effect of being like after you have wrote something that you're grateful for, then you will like feel it for like a short while. So of course the writing it or doing the like the gratitude like as early as possible is of course the best, because if you can be grateful like in the morning, then you will of course have like more time later in the day that you're still maybe thinking of things that you're grateful for. So yeah, rather than doing it maybe what I did now, like later in the day. So that's the better way to go about it, in the morning of course. And one final thing I would say before I end this video is that you don't need to write much things. You know, you can just do one thing, like say I'm grateful for, you know, the clothes that you have, that you woke up. Like that's enough. You don't need to write the whole list that I was doing. Just one or two things, one thing, that's enough to start off, and then you start to do more. But first one thing, of course. So bro, I hope you take action and do this one thing and write something that you're grateful for right now after this video. So see you in the next one. Bye.